Hello everyone, this side is Rishabh, and today we'll be having session on introduction to coding club team and roadmap. So I believe my voice is audible to all of you. So can you comment from which college all of you are? So guys, you can just comment in the YouTube comment section your college names so that we can just get started. This side is Rishabh. I'm president at Coding Club and an alumni team of Coding Club. So in Coding Club, we have different teams based on different experiences. So there are learners, there's a college mentors team, there are instructors, and there is growth hackers team. So you all will be joining us as a so you all will be joining us as a learners, and we will be continuing these sessions on the live sessions, and on the weekdays you will be also getting some few recorded sessions. So let me just open up my YouTube comment section. Okay, so Ayush is there, Chandan, Dhruvam, Manav Shah, Tanay, Vaibhav, Vishal, Aviru, Heath, Himanshi. Joel is also there. So all of you are very welcome, and so we'll be starting this session regarding the success stories of the coding club in the first place. So यार एक स्टोरी पहले मैं अपनी स्टार्ट करता हूँ, देन देयर आर लॉट मोर स्टोरीज. तो यार मेरे को लगता है सब लोग हिंदी और इंग्लिश दोनों में कंफर्टेबल है. इफ कोई जो है हिंदी में कंफर्टेबल नहीं है, यू कैन जस्ट कमेंट सो दैट वी कैन जस्ट स्टार्ट. So everyone is comfortable in Hindi plus English, right? Okay. So यार ये स्टोरी मेरी है. मैं 12th से पास आउट हुआ एंड देन मेरे को इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज ज्वाइन करना था. So I got into Delhi Technological University, which is also called Delhi College of Engineering, and this was year 2009. तो यार मैं काफ़ी confused था. Okay, Siddhartha is not comfortable with Hindi. Okay, so I was in my first year of my college and I took software engineering. I was not having any idea यार कि how do you proceed further, कि तुम्हें क्या चीज़ें करनी होती हैं, क्या नहीं करनी होती हैं. So सारी चीज़ें चल रही थी, and so I ended up my second semester. I was not even having a laptop with me. So yeah, there were two of my classmates were there. One was Tanuj Mittal, who is currently working in Microsoft Mountain View, USA. And the second was also Nishya Sharma. He is also working in Microsoft India. तो यार ये दोनों जो लोग हैं काफी इंस्पायरिंग लगे मुझे. दे वर वेरी इंस्पायरिंग बिकॉज one of them was a very great hacker, who is Rishya Sharma, and second was Tanuj Mittal, who was a great developer. And at that point of time, Android was picking up the market, and so the thing happened was it eventually landed up in a doubt like what should I do. So they inspired me a lot. So I started working on what should I do. So I met one senior of my college whose name was Abhishek. So Abhijit, who was in Adobe 2 years back. Don't know right now where he is. So I met with him and he said that you need to start working on coding platforms like CodeShift. So I heard this name for the first time and I went to that website, and I started solving one first very single question, which was life, universe, and everything. And I was not able to solve it because there were some issues in my input output. Although that was very easy question. So I checked some solutions of the coders and I got a taste in the programming at that point of time. जैसे ही मुझे I got a green tick that it's a correct answer that I submitted. Although it was very easy for me. So next thing happened was I started practicing more and more, learning more and more. I went to YouTube, websites, lot of platforms, blogs, W3 school. I started learning HTML, CSS, working on web development, Python, Java. So I gave my 2 to 3 months of time on Java as well, and I started developing games like chess, 2D chess board with two players, black and white, and you can play by clicking. So based on some UI based. So yeah, these things were going on, and I was still confused that I be able to crack like good companies, big tech companies. So I was having a lot more, much doubts going on in my mind. So secondly, what happened was, so as soon as I started working on more data structures and algorithms, so my the peaks of the question I was doing was the graph was increasing day by day, and I started this with the code chef and then started Scotch, worked on lead code, and these kind of platforms were like very. So I learned a lot from these platforms, and my kickstart happened there when I participated in many of the contests going live, and I was able to solve because of more speed. So I needed more speed. So I started solving more and more easy questions. So a day came when I was in my third year. Now, in the third year, it was the time that I should start working on projects as well. So I started working on Java. These kind of things I started. I started learning Android. I built some of the few apps, uh, and during that time I loved Java lot much. तो यार जावा से काफी टेस्ट डेवलप हो गया एंड काफी मजा आने लगा क्योंकि चीजें जो मैं बना रहा था प्रोजेक्ट उसको मैनिफेस्ट कर पा रहा था. So, but I was still in doubts कि how do you manage itself कि यार you are in a good college or not in a good college doesn't matter, but what all skills are needed to be a good developer. तो यार मेरा hacking में भी थोड़ा interest आ गया, so I started working on few hacking techniques as well. So at that point of time, when I was in third year, I hacked one of the servers of the interview street. I downloaded their folders and mailed them, making a zip that these are the test cases for your coding contest. And I hard coded the. I also gave the submitted code, which has no logic. Just it was outputting their test cases results based on some if and else hard coded. So that point of time यार काफी rush आ गया. I was feeling good कि I am doing good things and all. And hacking में बहुत interest आ गया. I started finding more and more loopholes. Uh, I learned phishing, tab nabbing attack. So these kind of things I also developed to make my concepts more clear. So जब मैं hacking सीख रहा था उससे मेरे concepts और ज़्यादा clear हो गए. So the next step was cracking a placement for me in the fourth year as soon as the company comes. So what I did is I started solving lot much question in a pattern which is coding mafia, which we do. And I was also working on one ML project because ML project is the project. If you add it on the top, it makes a hype around you that you are smart, you are good at tech, building tech and development. So that's why I added one machine learning project after learning machine learning. And secondly, I started doing lot much programming questions, which we have integrated in a 4 weeks thing, which I did at my point of time when I was coming in fourth year. So in the first week, I increased my programming speed. How do I do that? That we will gonna learn in the round one. Secondly, I was working in more and more in data structures and algorithm, which will be the round two of the coding mafia. And in the round three, I started working on more hard and medium level problems from the Swatch, game theory, dynamic programming, backtracking. These things needs more concept to learn from the very basics of the C++, recursion stack, heap. So a little bit more kind of knowledge is needed to solve that. So your next step was कि यार मैं ये चीजें cover up कैसे करूँ? तो I made a roadmap for me so that I'm able to cope up with my project of ML as well, and I'm working on my competitive thing as well because company was coming in just after 2 months. So this was the hot period. So if you are already in the second year, it's a great time कि यार तुम लोगों ने ये ज्वाइन किया है. सेकेंडली अगर तुम थर्ड ईयर में हो या फिर फोर्थ ईयर में हो तो भी बेस्ट है, जस्ट बिकॉज इट्स नॉट लेट इनफ, बिकॉज यार ये चीजें हमने एक्सपेरिमेंट करी हुई हैं एंड इट इज पॉसिबल दैट यू कैन डू इट इन 4 or 5 weeks. It is really possible because we have done it with all others member of the coding club as well. तो यार ये सब हो रहा था. फिर मैं एप्टी टेस्ट दे रहा था. सो आई वाज नॉट वेरी गुड एट गिविंग एप्टीज. फोर्थ ईयर में आ चुका था, डे जीरो पे कंपनीज आई, बट आई वॉज नॉट एबल टू यार कि मैं उसकी जो है एप्टी टेस्ट को क्रैक कर पाऊँ. तो वहां पे जो है मैं थोड़ा अनकंफर्टेबल हो जाता था. तो एक कंपनी आई, दूसरी कंपनी आई, और टेस्ट क्लियर नहीं हो रहे थे जितनी भी टेक कंपनीज आ रही थी. फिर what happened was a non-tech company came, which is Goldman Sachs, and I cleared the aptitude test somehow. तो यार उसमें एक ग्रुप डिस्कशन आ गया. आई वॉज नॉट वेरी गुड एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. आई वॉज नॉट वेरी गुड एट कॉम स्किल्स. सो यार मैं बहुत शाय था. मैंने उस डिस्कशन ग्रुप में कुछ भी नहीं बोला और आई गॉट रिजेक्टेड. सो इट वॉज द डे 10 of August when Google came in to our college and they put a criteria कि यार 75 परसेंटाइल होनी चाहिए तभी तुम बैठ सकते हो. एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम मेरी 7 परसेंटाइल 72 थी. सो आई वॉज नॉट एबल टू सिट इन द गूगल इटसेल्फ. तो विच वॉज वेरी यार डीमोटिवेटिंग कि यार मैं गूगल में ही नहीं बैठ पाया, जो कि मेरी एक ड्रीम कंपनी थी और वो एक टेक कंपनी थी. और उसका उसका तो ये सब होना भी नहीं था. एप्टी टेस्ट डायरेक्ट टेक राउंड्स होने थे जो कि मैं दे पाता. सो इट लाइक यार उसने मेरी चीज को मतलब आई गॉट वेरी इमोशनल और मैं ये ऑथ ले ली कि यार आई विल बी डूइंग लॉट मच एफर्ट नाउ एंड आई विल स्टार्ट डूइंग कॉम्पिटिटिव ऑन स्पॉच. सो आई वेंट टू स्पॉच. I starting lot much. So I founded one of my senior who's Saket Devnath. तो यार वो बहुत अच्छे सीनियर्स थे, उनका गूगल में क्रैक हो रखा था. सो व्हाट आई डिड, आई जस्ट फाइंड आउट कि व्हाट इज द प्रोफाइल आईडी ऑफ द my senior, and I just opened it and I checked what all questions he has already done, and I started solving those questions parallelly. So my speed was increasing. I was solving 2 questions, then 3, 4, 5, and the peak came in on the 21st August. I solved around 24 questions in just one single day. So yeah, it was the time when direct I came in, the 25th of August, and it was the time that I gave my first tech interview. So some of the questions were asked which was related to array, and optimization was needed on very good, like you need lot more concepts of algorithm and data structures to crack those questions. So because I was doing lot much questions in the spots, I was able to crack those 2 and 3 questions in the first round. And then the second round happened. In the second round as well, I was asked some different questions, dynamic programming, binary search based question. So these things were like giving me the output कि यार मैंने जो किया था चीजें वो मैं अब इंटरव्यू में रिप्रेजेंट कर पा रहा हूँ. आई वॉज एबल टू सॉल्व ऑल दोज क्वेश्चन without even any fear or like doubt कि यार like I'm getting stuck or something, code is not proper or clear. Just because I did all these things, I made all projects with me, and then the final round came into picture. At that point of time, I gave the final round with a very in a very fluent manner. I solved one real world problem, which was around making a editor like Notepad or Gedit. So I did all this, but eventually what happened was he said okay, all of the tech was very good, and second round and first round was very good. He was giving me the feedback, the interviewer. So the sir was so he said ki you gave all interviews not using proper English, and it was kind of total Hindi in a sense. So I got like यार मैं डर गया. I was in fear कि क्या सीन है, मेरे को पता नहीं अब. So उन्होंने कहा कि so we will be talking with founders and all, and we will telling you these like. So at that point of time, I made a statement from there that it will not be very tough for me to crack my comm skills and learning English in just 6 months of time, because I will be joining after 6 months at least. So he got impressed and he talked to the founder. I was waiting outside the room in the conference hall, and HR called me up and they gave me a hoodie and said that you are selected. So all of my friends who were waiting downstairs in the hall and the like area OAT, open air theater, so the park around that particular room. सो दे केम इन एंड काफी सब लोग सेलिब्रेशन वाला सीन हो गया और बहुत सही हुआ. तो यार वो टाइम था जब मैंने इतने टाइम का जो इनपुट दिया था प्रोग्रामिंग में, दैट गॉट मैनिफेस्टेड. सो यार लेकिन इस सारी जर्नी से मैंने क्या सीखा कि what I all learned is it all just about dedication, developing taste in your whatever you are doing. So, and secondly, the mentor who gave me that single step that you need to start working on code chef, and the rest step I did autonomously. So it all just about working in a particular flow and reaching your goals. So yeah, this was my story, and I cracked direct. I joined it. I worked in the machine learning team, which is called AutoOp team. I worked on some hacking based project and all. I loved like work life balance over there. I joined Media.net under Prashant Maskara. So he was also a pass out from my college GTU somehow. So he was although 8 years senior than me, and yeah, so like it was a very good journey over there. So I worked in my first the team which is called AutoOpt for like 1.1 year and 2 months, and then I was changed my team. I was changing my team. I learned so in that team I learned backend, Redis, MongoDB, databases, shell scripting, AWS, machine learning, mathematical models. These kind of things I learned, and then I joined JavaScript-based our real-time bidding team, which is the ad tech platform they have built, which works with powered by Yahoo and Bing and Microsoft. So I started working on building ad tech platform for Media.net, and that was a time when the projects I have worked on like came into picture. I was manifesting them, and even that machine learning project also helped me in working on mathematical models which I was using in my first year. In the second team, I worked on local storage, JSON, JavaScript, backend, Node.js, these kind of things. So it was a mix of again designing data structure for the saving of the data for particular ad and tracking him back so that we can show the best ads to him and doing a auction. So there are a lot more projects that I was doing in real time building team. सर ये सब हो रहा था तो मेरे को यही समझ आ रहा था कि वट एवर यू नीड टू डू इन योर कॉलेज विल बी अ मिक्स ऑफ डेटा स्ट्रक्चर्स एल्गोरिदम that is competitive, and secondly the project itself. So when I joined in the direct time media.net, so this thing was going on, and Suruchi, who is my sister, uh, came into a college which was from tier 2 background, you can see tier 2 college. So she was not very confident that she will be able to crack like good product based company. So I started mentoring her. So yeah, so she started working on basic instructions given by me कि या C++ सीखते हैं, data structures and algorithm सीखते हैं, code shares, Podge, lead code, these kind of things she was started doing, and she was doing great. उसके बाद she started working on projects like Android backend, Spring MVC, Java. So she learned those. Whatever I learned, I just gave that knowledge transfer to Suruchi and Bhavna as well. And Bhavna was from MAIT, Maharaja Aghasin College, and Suruchi was from GTBIT. Both colleges are in Delhi. So यार ये जो दोनों कॉलेज थे आईपी यूनिवर्सिटी के अंदर आए थे, एंड दे वर थिंकिंग कि यार भैया के कॉलेज में तो कंपनी आई थी डायरेक्ट आई, बट दे माइट नॉट गेट अ चांस वेरी गुड प्रोडक्ट बेस्ड कंपनी कमिंग इनटू देयर कॉलेज. सो दैट वाज देयर डाउट. सो आई सेड देम that you need to build your skills and then we can apply off campus as well. So it was all about कि यार it's not about that you are from IIT, tier 2 college, tier 3 college, doesn't matter. It all just about your skills. If you have the skills, if you give the interview and you are good at it, then you will gonna crack it. So this is the total journey I can say till my direct I second year. So उसके बाद क्या हुआ यार, in the third so I was very in touch with CTO Vaibhav Arya of Media.net. Now he is CEO of Media.net. So I was very in touch with him. So he asked me to join one team, which was the third team for me. So I started working there. I built analytics kind of dashboard over there, tracking system, ad based system, so install wares and all. So this all things like were very exciting for me just because everything I was doing was from very scratch and was on very scale. So we were getting lot much hits on the server on a daily basis in all of the projects I did in the media right now. Just because if you get into big tech company, you will gonna get a very scale tech that you need to be responsible for. So you'll be learning things which will gonna work at so much scale that you will gonna love it for sure. तो यार ये सब हो रहा था। फिर सुरुचि और भावना थर्ड ईयर फोर्थ ईयर में आ गए। फोर्थ ईयर में सुरुचि आ गई थी, सो शी स्टार्टेड अप्लाइंग फॉर ऑफ कैंपस प्लेसमेंट्स. So she cracked Zomato trial week, and then she cracked Bingify, then she cracked Zilingo. All these offers were off campus, and we were just trying to check it via LinkedIn, check it via our references and all, through my friends referral and all. So and the last moment I thought कि यार ये बहुत सही टाइम है, डायरेक्ट टाइम में फॉरवर्ड करना चाहिए सूची रिज्यूमे. सो आई फॉरवर्डेड हर रिज्यूमे to direct eye, and she cracked all the three rounds with no fear. And at that point of time I realized ki it is possible even if you are not really from any like, so you can crack it off campus. It doesn't matter, your skills will gonna matter in the end. So she waited a lot. She cracked in the like very last months of her fourth year. So but you need to be calm and be patient. So it all just about your efforts you put in longer term. So यार ऐसे ही भावना का भी है. भावना joined urban clap, although it was a good product based company, but she was expecting more. So she waited for like 6 months, and then she switched urban clap to Paytm, then Paytm to Goldman Sachs in the next 2 months, and she joined Goldman Sachs. So after that what happened was like 2 years back, so these things are going on, like friends of Bhavna is also getting referrals and all ये सब चल रहा था. So we realized कि there should be a network. So in the my college when I was in DC, I was in my third fourth year, so I came to know that there is a community in college of good coders, and admins were Saka Devnath, who is working in Google right now. So they were the admins of that point of time, and at that point of time, Saka Devnath was in fourth year. So it was more kind of structured layer over the community in which there are admin team, mentors, and there are learners. So what we planned is ki let's give this thing to all of the colleges in India. So we started working on the coding club itself, and we made it penetrated to 750 plus colleges of India. और यार काफी सही जर्नी जर्नी रही. आज हमारी वेबसाइट पे 50,000 प्लस पेज लोड्स आते हैं एवरी सिंगल मंथ, एंड पीपल आर like lot much loving it. They are getting lot much resources. We are in IITs, NITs, DTU, NSIT, whole IP University, LPU, KLE Tech University, or PICT. So there are BITS Pilani. All colleges are like covered, but we still have the chance to capture rest of the colleges. And yeah, so सबके लिए यही है. So now let's have some doubts regarding हमारे जो courses हैं. So let's start the conversation about that. So we have right now batches going on for Coding Mafia and machine learning. So यार सारे लोग WhatsApp groups पे added हैं. So all details will be sent to you. Some of the sessions will be recorded session that we will be forwarding you, and you have to watch them on the regular basis. As soon as we forward it, all instructions will be given on the WhatsApp group. So I will be showing you my whole team, our team of Coding Club. Let me just share my screen with you all. So yeah, so we have a team in which I already told you that alumni team is there. There are college mentors. There are instructors, growth hacking team. This side is me, Rishabh. He's Suyesh Gupta. He's my friend from DTU. She is Suruchi. She's my sister actually, and she's Bhavna. She's also my sister. He's Dhruv. He's in Tower Research. He's from IIT Kharagpur. Ravit Malik. He's from Mate. He's working in right now Amazon. So we have to update it. So this is Prateek from MSIT working in Paytm. He's Sahaj Ashish Gulati. He's one of my friends from GTBIT. Sahaj, he's also from DTU. He's my friend working in Amazon Alexa team. And in alumni team, we have two more friends. Bharat Khatri is from Direct Eye, जो मेरा friend था in machine learning team. And Tanuj Mittal, the guy I was talking about that inspired me for my whole journey till now. So the next is the college mentor team. Aman Jain was a learner at Coding Club. He cracked our interview rounds for college mentor and became college mentor. And he cracked Amazon off campus via Coding Club. Shubham Sharma, he was also from a learner team and cracked college interview rounds for Coding Club and got placed into Wingify via Coding Club. Zomato, he got placed in Zomato off campus. He was also from under my guidance. I mentored him. So Ayushi also got a place in Amazon. I also mentored Ayushi Jain. So there are more students. There are students who cracked ACM ICPC as well. They went to regionals. Aditya Garg from MSIT and Ankush Garg from MSIT. They both are going in third year, fourth year, sorry. So many more. So we have SIH winners as well. A lot of them are doing great in their hacker rank profile, code shifts, watch, and all. So this is all our team. We have growth hackers teams as well, in which we have Himanshu Agrawal, Shashrika Palak, and from different colleges, MIT, MSIT, IGETU. Although these colleges are offline, our network is offline based sort of right now, and we have a team of 120 plus people, 100 plus people in just mentors, college mentors team, and in growth hackers we have 30. So let's get started with a little bit of questioning and conversation. So, before I go further, let's have some logical puzzles I will be asking with you, and let's try to solve it out. So, let's say, So I will be asking you one question. You can have your notepads and pen on your side so that you can solve it on your paper and pen. So we have a egg dropping puzzle in which one single egg is given to you. Okay, one single egg is given to you, and you are given a building which is a height of 100 floors it has. Okay, and you need to drop an egg from a particular height such that it doesn't break. But egg has a property that it will gonna break from x height greater than equal to x height, it will gonna break, and we don't know where does this x exist. So let's say if this x is 71, so for height 71 to numbers greater than 71 height, it will gonna break if we will gonna drop it. So now the question is, how many steps in the worst case do you need to figure out how many number of drops do you need in the worst case to know like this egg breaks at this particular height. Let's say it is 71. You want to know about this 71. But if you, let's say, started breaking it from the height 100, it will gonna break and you will not gonna know because you have one egg only. So we are given only one egg. So how many steps do you think in the worst case you need? How many drops do you need to know कि यार ये height क्या है? So what is the height at which it doesn't break or breaks? What is the minimum height at which it breaks? So you want to know this height. So the question is clear. You can use your notepad and pen so that you can solve it. Okay, screen was not visible. So let me share my screen with you. So let's say we have a 100 floor building, and we want to know at which height it breaks. You want to know at which height it breaks, and let's say are dropping this egg from the height 71, then it will gonna break, let's say. So but you do not know it initially. How many number of drops do you need to know height at which it breaks in the worst case? How many number of drops do you need to know height? I believe question is clear to all of you. Is it clear? The question is clear, right? So let me repeat the question again. So you have given one building with height 100, and you want to check at which height it does break. So you can start, let's say, dropping the egg from height 100, but you have only one egg. If you drop it from egg 100, it will break, and you will not gonna know कि यार कौन सी height है जहाँ पे वो break नहीं होता, कहाँ पे फिर वो break हो जाता है. So you need to find this particular x. So the question is कि you have one egg only. You have only one egg, and you want to know the height at which it breaks. So let's say I'm taking key at height x equal to 71. This is the particular type of egg at which it breaks is 71, let's say. So this was the height. So what you can do, let's say you drop the egg in the first chance from the height 30. This was your first attempt and it doesn't break. And then you felt drop it from, let's say, height 70 and it doesn't break. And then you dropped it from 71 and it broke. Then you know कि and you did 3 attempts. But अगर तुमने कुछ गलत किया होता, you would have like cracked the egg and doesn't know the. So what is the particular procedure you need to follow so that in all chances, given a one egg, you are able to know at which height it does breaks. Okay, Chandan is saying 99 drops. Yes. So one process can be. So what we can do is we can start dropping it from the height 1, then height 2, then height 3, then height 4. Okay. So a time will come, it will gonna break. Let's say on the 70 it will not break. As soon as we drop it from 71, it will gonna break. So how many attempts we did? N is equal to 77. But if the egg would have been such kind like it was breaking from the height 100 only, तो यार हमें कितने अटेम्प्ट्स करने पड़ते? 99 attempts, or you can say 100 attempts. So can we do it better? ठीक है, the next step is can we do better? Someone is saying do binary search. So can we do binary search? Let's say x was 20 and you are saying do a binary search. So let's say if we drop it from the 50, it will gonna break. So we will not be knowing कि यार वो 20 पे break होता है. So this cannot be done. Binary search cannot be done. Okay. So now let's modify this question. So everybody understood why do we need at most 100 steps to solve this? Everybody understood? Okay, let's move forward and let's modify this question. So here we are doing hit and trial for each level, and in the worst case we are taking 99 steps. So let's check कि यार इसको हम अब मान लेते हैं हमारे पास 2 eggs होते हैं. Let's say we have 2 eggs. Now what do you think? How many steps do we need to solve the same problem? Now we have 2 eggs in total. You have one egg extra to get more information. So how do we solve it for 2 eggs? Can you predict how many worst case steps do you need for the? Great. It will be around 50 plus 1. Yeah. Yeah. So what we can do is we can drop the egg at 50. So either it will gonna break or it will not gonna break. So if it breaks, then we know that solution is in 1 to 49. If it doesn't break, then we know solution is in from 15, 1 to 100. And in the next step, either we solve this or we solve this. Hence, we are doing 1 plus 50 steps at max. So these number of attempts we did. So this is the number of attempts we did. So can we do more better than this with 2x? I'm saying we can do better with 2x. Can we optimize it more for 2x? So can you predict how much better we can do for the 2x? So someone is saying drop the egg at 20, 50. We cannot do binary search because let's say you dropped it at 50 and it broke. And then you dropped it at 25 and it broke. Now you don't have any eggs. So it will so we will not be able to solve it binary using binary search. We need to do something else. Binary search can be done in a different way when you have an infinite number of eggs. So let's anyone having like यार कुछ ऐसा सोचो कि हम स्टेप में तोड़ें. सब लोग ये सोचो कि व्हाट इफ अगर मैं इसको पहले वाले एग को 10 की स्टेप में लगाऊं, पहले वाले एग को 10 पे ड्रॉप करूं, फिर 20 पे, फिर 30 पे, तो बताओ कितना आंसर होगा. If we are dropping the first egg at 10 and then 20 then 30, how many drops in the worst case do you need to solve this? So when we will be dropping first egg, we will be knowing a range, right? How many steps in the worst case do you need if we break it into steps of 10? आई बिलीव सबको समझ आ गया. तो पहला वाला एक हम यहाँ पे करेंगे, लेट से वो ब्रेक नहीं हुआ, यहाँ पे भी ब्रेक नहीं हुआ, यहाँ पे भी लेट से ब्रेक नहीं हुआ, इस पे भी ब्रेक नहीं हुआ. बट जैसे ही हम 70 पे आए उस पे भी ब्रेक नहीं हुआ. बट जैसे ही हम 80 पे आए वो ब्रेक हो गया. ठीक है, इन सब पे ब्रेक नहीं हुआ था and it broke at 80. So now we know the solution is from 71 to 79. So basically, how many steps in the worst case you need? Figuring out this first egg with 10 steps, and in the next, so one egg will break, and in the rest range you will gonna check 9 levels only. So it will gonna be maximum 19 steps. तो 19 में तो हम कर ही लेंगे इसको सॉल्व. ओके, वर्स्ट केस वुड बी 91. नहीं होगा बिकॉज मान लेते हैं यार 93 पे टूटता, वो मान लेते हैं एक एग है जो 93 पे टूटता, तो हम पहले से 10 पे किया, 20 पे, 30 पे, 40 पे ब्रेक ही नहीं हो रहा, और लेट्स से 90 पे भी ब्रेक नहीं हुआ एंड इट ब्रोक एट 100. ठीक है, so what we're gonna do now, we can start doing 91 check, 92 check and 93 check. So it doesn't break, it breaks. So how many steps we took? 10 plus 3. But if answer would have been 99, if the answer would have been 99, then we would have taken 10 plus 9 steps, which will be 90 in the worst case. Okay. So everybody understood? Should we proceed further? Now we'll be telling you the roadmap for the course. So everybody understood, right? No, 18 steps are not required because, so let's say it broke at 100. So 10 step we took for till 100. We checked it for 10 steps, and 90 it doesn't break. Till 90 it doesn't break, so 10 step we took. And if let's say answer was 99, then we need to check for, then we need to check for 91, 92, 93, 94. So 9 more steps. Total 9 steps we need. Hence 10 plus 9 is equal to 19. So why, now the question is why we are taking 10. Okay. So let's do it in this way. Let's say we broke the floors into kk steps. Okay. So how many these k steps will be there? How many times do you need to drop the first egg? How many times you need to drop the first egg? N by k. Let's say there is, this is n floor building. How many times do you need to drop the first egg? N by k. And in the worst case, you will need to drop the second egg for k times. So it will be k plus n by k. So it will be k plus n by k. Okay. So to maximize this, we are doing it as equating it with 0. And now let's differentiate with respect to k. So 1 is equal to n by k square, and k is equal to root of n. So root of 100 was basically 10. That's why answer would be around 10. It's not the optimal. Okay. So everybody understood why did we check it at 10? So answer would be somewhere around when you divide. So if it would have been building of 10,000 floors, you could have taken k is equal to 100 root of n. So k is equal to root of n. So here we can see the importance of algorithm and like concepts that you need, because if you change the scenario, the whole thing will change. Now let's check few more things. So let's say we talk about the Google Trends, and let's see how does the data impact and gives the feedback to us in a representation way. So I'm opening Google Trends and I'm searching for, let's say, buy laptop. So I'm searching it on Google Explore, Google Trends. I search for the keyword this buy laptops. United States. I have selected past 12 months. I'm changing it to past 5 years. So let's let it load. सो यार यहाँ पे हमें देख के एक चीज दिख रही है, ये जो डेटा है 5 years का है. एंड अगर मैं देखूं कि ये कौन सा टाइम है, सो दिस इज अराउंड So this is around 18 November. Okay. Now let's check this peak. This is also 19 November, and this is also 22, 20 November, 26 November. So there are some peaks around this November every single year. So here we can say कि data, when we are representing data in a graphical manner, it makes more sense. So we can predict the more pattern out of it, that what will gonna be the curve for the next rest year. We can predict that using our algorithms, using machine learning. So yeah, this data gives a very good picture, because elections just like were very on the hype. I will show you some very interesting data. Let's think about what will be the output for Narendra Modi. Let's say we talk about Narendra Modi, and what will be the day जहां पे यार नरेंद्र मोदी को बहुत ज्यादा सर्च करा होगा लोगों ने इंडिया में. What do you think? What the date would be when they started searching for Narendra Modi in India? When this peak will be there? Can you predict? Okay, let's see. It's hang. In the meantime, I will load the courses that we will be covering. First, we will talk about Coding Mafia, and then we will be telling about machine learning. So, in the Coding Mafia competitive programming and interview preparation course, we will be doing very basic C++ questions, for loops, while loop, basic array based questions, sorting based questions in the first round itself, and we will be covering more than 50 plus questions. And in the round two, we will be having introduction to standard template libraries, जिसमें कि यार काफी सारे vector, queue, stack using STL आ जाएगा, and we will be working on sorting using algorithm class and different binary search based functions, upper bound, lower bound. These will start learning in STL via these round two. Hash map we will gonna learn, linked list we will gonna learn, and we'll be targeting again 50 plus question in the round three. We will be working on more questions which are being asked in good programming, good tech companies. So for this, we will be targeting questions from the interview section. And in the round four, we will work on solving hard problems and how to build resume, what projects should be added in your resume, how to increase your network for off-campus placements and the closure. So this will be the thing for the Coding Mafia, and you will be added to a sheet which we will gonna forward you, and you need, and all instructions will be forwarded on your WhatsApp group soon. So now let's come back to ML. So this will be a 5-week course, and we will be covering 6 mini projects, which are these: air quality prediction, linear regression, diabetes classification, face recognition using KNN, dominant color extraction, k-means clustering, recommendation system using NLP, like Amazon recommendation system जो होता है products का, word and analogies, word to vec library. So these all things we're gonna do in the ML wala course. So yeah, so this will be the timeline. So we will be forwarding all the details on the WhatsApp group. You can check out, reach us out anytime on the WhatsApp group. You can check our Coding Club YouTube channel, in which you can learn more things from the G Soccers and placement they have cracked. and you can connect more using our links on the website. You can just go to codingclub.tech slash our team, our hyphen team, and you can send LinkedIn request to any one of them, be it alumni member, coding club, college mentor, or growth hacker. You just need to just click on particular person, and you can click on LinkedIn, and then you can just connect with him, and you can know more about him. So this is it. Rest details will be shared on the WhatsApp group sooner. If you have any doubts, you can just comment down right now about anything, about me, about course, about the roadmap and sessions. Yeah. So there is some issue with my camera. Okay, it's visible. Yeah, so we are back. So guys, you can comment down your doubts in the comment section so that I can take it personally. Okay. So for the curriculum and like notes and all, we will be getting sending you all links on the WhatsApp group itself. Do not worry about that. So we'll be sending you daily basis some practice question. So everything will be told, and all of you will be given a link sooner on the WhatsApp groups, and the process will be told to you. Like what all videos do you need to watch and how does it start. All instructions will be sent to you. For the coding mafia, I will tell the procedure will be like this. You will be added to a sheet which you will need to update on a daily basis by 11:30 p.m. Every day, and you need to update your score. Some rows will be there regarding which you will need to fill up. And for the ML course and if other courses, we'll be sending you the recorded sessions as well, and live sessions will be there, which you need to do practice on your own machines, on your own laptops, installing softwares and working and solving on projects and covering topics from these videos. Yeah, so there will be in the coding mafia, we will be covering BST, graphs, trees, DP. These things will be covered in the lead code section and from the interview bit section. Do not worry about that. So yes, we do have a college mentor team which we onboard via interview rounds, and we do refer them to the good tech companies, and we also tell them the process. How do you help yourself to increase your off-campus network so that you land in your dream companies? So anytime if you have some personal like mentorship you need on call, I will be sending you details. Like we will be keeping a single day or time at which we will be doing one-to-one via hangouts or something like that. So these projects have very good projects which you can use to work on projects. Like there is very like Amazon recommendation system is a very good project that you can pitch as a major project. Although there are many projects as well, face recognition system is there, clustering of color, and the data of like different things we have already covered. So there will be mini project, and you can use Amazon recommendation system of using NLP as a major project as well. Any rest any doubts? If you have, we will be sending all details on the WhatsApp groups, and you will be able to just follow the instructions for the machine learning. We'll be sending the links and tutorial how do they set up machine learning on their laptop, the Python on their laptop, the softwares all are needed, and how do they practice on HackerRank. So we will be having the Python plus the projects, six mini projects. So let me just share my screen again with, so let me just share my screen. So here you can see like we will be covering Python fundamentals, functions, variables, data structures, and linear regression, then a project, then logistic regression, then a project, KNN, nearest neighbor algorithm, K-means algorithm, natural language processing, and a project, word embeddings, then neural networks. So these projects will be covered, and this will be a 5 weeks thing. So most of the doubts will be solved on the WhatsApp group itself, and you will be able to communicate with the teammates for any doubts. And there will be instructor, myself, and teaching assistant will be there. So if in case you have any doubt, you can reach us out. So I believe सबको सब कुछ clear है, and the task for the today, from the next day itself, we will be sending you all details, uh, like in just few minutes, as soon as like this session ends. We will be sending you the details, and you can start working on the task one by watching our like recorded session. We will be sending you, and you can just start. So yeah, that's it for today. Okay, guys, goodbye, everyone. So I believe all of you are very clear. So next instructions for all of you will be sent on the WhatsApp group right now in just few minutes. So just wait for it. And I believe सारे लोग काफी अच्छे से करेंगे. So the previous batch, like which just joined like 10 days or 15 days back, they have solved lot many questions. And मशीन लर्निंग में भी यार काफी अच्छी प्रोग्रेस हो गई है. पाइथन खत्म हो चुका है, मशीन लर्निंग स्टार्ट होने वाला है उसमें भी. सो द क्लास जो हमारे यहाँ सेशंस होंगे वो विल बी अराउंड 60 मिनट्स टू मैक्सिमम 90 मिनट्स जाएंगे. सो इट विल नॉट बी वेरी हैक्टिक फॉर यू. यू कैन जस्ट वॉच the session, and we will be sending you few recorded sessions so that you can just watch and learn. And if you get stuck, every instruction will be there in the that particular video of yours, so there will be no doubts. And in case you get stuck, you can reach us out on the WhatsApp group. That's it. Okay, everyone. So let's this is the closure for this today's session. So we will be Suruchi and Abhishek will be joining in the next session sooner. So Suruchi is in working as a software developer in Uber, and Abhishek is working in Zomato. So mostly they will be available in fewer sessions only, although they will be available to the group. So yeah, keep coding. Goodbye, everyone. Learn, inspire, grow. Thank you.